Welcome to Movie Devotional Mondays. Today we're talking about Grease. Summer loving happens so fast. Oh, that sounded kind of good. Hey! So Grease focuses on the story of Danny and Sandy, two teenagers who fall in love over the summer, never to see each other again until Sandy shows up at Danny's high school. But then immediately Danny starts acting funny to look cool in front of his boys. Sandy's upset about this because she's like, where's the guy that I fell in love with over the summer? He's gone. But then it turns out like that entire cast is acting funny. Nobody's being their real selves. Rizzo and Kaniki are obviously in love and pretending like they're not. Frenchie fails beauty school and doesn't want to tell anybody about it. Honestly, it feels like the only person not pretending in this movie is Sandy. But she actually ends up changing by the end of the movie. I'll unpack that a little bit later. One of the things I appreciate about Grease is the conflict between Danny and Sandy, because the more that they reveal who they truly are, the more it puts a strain on their relationship, which is pretty typical us. The more time you spend with someone, the more chances there are of you finding something you don't like, which makes love much harder, but also makes it much more rewarding. So I look at this film and I see a story arc of infatuation to actual love. See, this is why I believe that love really can't exist without at least two qualities. One is authenticity, and two is willingness to change. You have to be able to be your full self with someone, or else they're not really in love with you, they're in love with an idea of you that doesn't actually exist. And two, you have to have a willingness to change, because nobody is really going to be a clone copy of you. There's going to be things about you that they're not going to like, but because you love them back, you're willing to make those changes because you're saying, I'd rather be different than live a life without you. And this makes me think of God, because he's the only one that knows our true authentic self. He can see every thought, every action, everything we were, everything we will be, and he still says, I love you. But then on top of that, he gave us the Bible, which is 66 books of him revealing his character to us. There goes the authenticity. And then there's the willingness to change. Over 2,000 years ago, he came to earth as a man and walked amongst us. He died on the cross for our sins so that we could be in loving relationship with him. Comment down below what summer classic you want me to do next. That did sound good though, for real.